Welcome to Wells. Often described as England's smallest city, we're here today because it's the backdrop for the 2007 comedy Hotz Fuzz. Today, we'll be exploring the area while checking out all of the Hotz Fuzz filming locations that we can find. And we're starting with the hotel that we're staying in, the Best Western Plus Swan Hotel. The fact that Swan is in the name makes me hopeful that today we'll encounter some pesky swans. Or
just the one swan, actually.
Pretty much the first time we get introduced to Sanford, Nicholas Angel is standing in this doorway right here. This is the hotel that he's staying at in the film.
And I think even some of the cast stayed here while they were filming, so we could have stayed in Nick Frost's room? I don't know.
And we're staying in this hotel, and it is very nice, especially because it's a Best Western, and it is a lot nicer than any of the Best Westerns I have seen in the United States. It's not the interior of the movie though. The interior looks very different than what the interior of this hotel looks like. I think that's the case with a lot of the locations in this town. They use the exteriors, but not the interiors. The cathedral bells keep going off. We're getting a break, I guess, this morning. Our room has a fantastic view of the cathedral. However, the church actually seen in the movie is a little bit further away, so we'll get there. We're gonna check that out. I think today we're gonna do things a little bit different than we normally do because everything is so concentrated in one area that we're kind of just gonna explore and maybe not necessarily in chronological order of the movie like we like to do. It is really cool though because the Swan Hotel is right there, and in the movie he actually does come around this corner right over to here. Like, it all actually makes sense according to the way that the town's actually set up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm sure the clock chimes a lot every day, but I'm guessing this is what we get for doing this on Sunday.
It is nice and peaceful on the street though. It's a very low-key morning here because everyone's inside the church going off, right? It is amazing though, because while that was doing its own little show, we were just standing here just talking about so much of the film takes place right here. Like, you see them coming in and out. There's a little archway that goes to the Bishop's Palace, which we'll head to, that you can see them coming in and out of. I mean, the big shootout at the end is like all right in this place, yeah.
An orange and black bill.
Anything else?
Right, it's a swan.
Shall we go to the Bishop's Palace?
Yeah, it's right there.
All right, let's do it. Bishop's Palace has been the home to bishops in the diocese for Wells and Bath for over 800 years. I mean, just crossing over a moat to get here, I mean, there are a lot of places where I've crossed a moat with a drawbridge. I did not expect a bishop's palace to be one of those places I would do that. Oh, here go the bells again. This place is so much more massive than I thought it was going to be at the entrance, and it's hard to figure out, like, just so many, the grounds were used in so many scenes throughout the film that it might be hard for us to line them up exactly today. Not completely sure, not 100% on this one, but we think that this is where the round table was when Simon Pegg confronts them, and that he would have come walking through this entrance right there.
I see we have visitors. Sergeant Nicholas Angel, Sanford Police Service.
My, he is tenacious, isn't he?
The table would have been right about here, and you can see the other archway behind people in the meeting.
There are just some beautiful and interesting plants here. Yeah, this is Edgeworthia. Oh, it's called a red dragon. It's very interesting looking. This is just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Right there's that little atrium we just came from, but you can see the cathedral in the background there too. Lucky for us, no more bell songs for the moment.
For the moment.
We came up to another lookout because I was reading that swans do actually hang out in this area, but so far we've only seen ducks. We found a swan. Just the one. He looks like he's chasing those ducks. He is a pesky swan, isn't he? We saw one swan.
We did, just the one.
Perfect. Paid £16, figured we might as well check out the actual palace. It is quite beautiful.
It really is. The floors are very creaky.
It's 800 years old.
It's true.
So this entire wall is all of the bishops of Bath and Wells. I feel like we've properly explored Bishop's Palace, got our £16 worth for today, and we're gonna see what's open in town now that it's a little bit later in the day. Well, that was beautiful. I don't know when we'll ever be in Wells again, so I'm glad that we went through there because it actually is a really nice place to visit, aside from being a filming location. But now that things are more open, let's go try to find more locations. It's also worth noting that this moat right here that surrounds Bishop's Palace is where Nick Angel can be seen running. And I think he's maybe, yes, Jeremy, you nailed it. I think it might be a little bit further down that way because I think there is a little bit of bend. The Market Square, I think it's called Market Square is what this area is called. It's a little more lively right now.
Yeah.
We haven't had breakfast yet, so I think we're gonna try to pop into the pub and
see what that's like.
Yeah, wait for it to all blow over. Wrong movie.
Wrong movie.
Even at the entrance, they say the international blockbuster Hotz Fuzz, filmed at the Crown. And I believe it's also where they did the, you're saying, you saw that it's where they did the cast party too,
yeah,
right?
The premiere party for the cast was here.
Nice, so it might not be the interior filming location, but it's still important.
Yep.
It's Simon Pegg's police vest and it's signed by Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, and Nick Frost. That's neat. A picture of them. We are bad at knowing when food is served. Apparently they were open when we walked by earlier. They were serving breakfast, but they're not serving lunch for about 45 minutes. So we'll wander around a bit more and come back. And also located in the Market Square area, just around the corner from the hotel, is the little shop that they go and they buy their little Cornetto ice cream. So I think maybe we should go see. Hopefully they have Cornettos. And luckily, I don't see more than one school child in there right now, so that's good. Oh man, I found Contact Mr. P.I. Staker. Appropriate to have our first Cornetto ice creams.
From the newsstand.
You got the blue one, the Hotz Fuzz one, but I went with strawberry because I wanted to try something different. So I'm having the Shaun of the Dead one.
And they also had the green one for the World's End, but, you know, maybe later.
Maybe later, but that's a you thing because it's mint chocolate chip.
Seems a little silly that it's my first food of the day, but
hey,
you got to do it.
For our friends that we're watching that aren't even fans of Hotz Fuzz, the movie series is called the
Cornetto trilogy.
The three, Hotz Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and the World's End. And this is the corresponding ice cream that they're eating in the movie.
Yeah, they eat Cornettos in every one. Well, I guess they don't eat one in World's End, but there's a wrapper for the mint one.
Is it better than a drumstick? Or similar?
Similar, less chocolate, but still good.
Yours looks
good. Mine does look good.
Maybe
I don't know
I'm
if you can
jealous.
see this, but mine has like some strawberry.
And like white chocolate on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks really good.
And it also has regular chocolate in the cone, it looks like, so. Yeah, it's really yummy. You try this one. You like that one better? Yeah, just have that one. I like this one. It might not be as massive as the Wells Cathedral, but St. Cuthbert's is very beautiful in and of itself. When they're having the little Save the Church festival, it pans down from this church. And I think there would have been a little park bench in front of this tree. Angel's sitting on that little park bench. And you can see this door with this window in the background. This Axe Valley Vets is in the movie, so the shot where he's the whole like splat the rat thing with Timothy Dalton the slasher of prices, it kind of like pans this direction away from him, and this building right there, we know that's the right place because it's still the same business. They, I think, kind of did that movie magic where they like shot a bunch of things from a bunch of different directions to make it look bigger than it is, because this area is a good, like the churchyard's a good size, but they definitely were like shooting things from different directions to make it look like a larger area than it is. Do we have tourists written on our faces?
Probably, to a certain extent.
Someone just asked us if we were looking for the Hotz Fuzz location and told us that it is around the other side, where Tim Messenger actually gets killed.
It's next then.
If he's looking at the clock to see what time it is, then the stage would have been over here on this end, and he would have gone running around. So I think it is one of those situations where like they actually laid it out like it happened. So it would have been like right in here that he was waiting for him. Jeremy will stand there for us.
I think I'm safe.
In the film, this is the grocery store Summerfield, which I believe it actually used to be a Summerfield. I did read that Edgar Wright actually worked at this grocery store that they used the exterior of in the film. I don't think we mentioned that Wells, the city of Wells, is the smallest city in England, and it also happens to be the hometown of Edgar Wright, the director and co-writer of Hotz Fuzz. So just, this is his hometown. I think that makes it that much more special to visit these locations. Now, I know that this is like many of the locations. The interior was shot in another location. I think a grocery store outside of London.
Yeah, in the London area.
And I think you're standing in a spot that was used in the movie.
Danny and then Nick, and then the detectives from the station in their riot gear are all here before they go and try and get the slasher prices inside the store.
I like that we just refer to him as the slasher of prices.
It's fun to say.
It is. He is the slasher of prices. I'm also interested. I think we used to have Bon Marchés in the United States, and I believe that that is the logo. I think that these still exist over here. At least this one does. Oh, it's glorious. Right across from where the grocery store is the scene where they're chasing the swan. I love it. This is where we get introduced to the swan. That's maybe like the most exciting filming location to line up and recreate. Chasing a swan. It is truly an incredibly adorable town. I feel like there's a reason that it was chosen as the filming location of Hotz Fuzz, because it has this like quintessential little British town vibe, and I love it here, and I hope that we can come back again because it's a gorgeous town. And we have to go to the Wells Cathedral. We didn't do that today, so we're gonna have to come back now.